Hello everybody, my name is Muse and this is the first bits of Peglin. More specifically, it's the Peglin demo, which is the first bits of Peglin before it comes out into early access later this year. This is a roguelike type game, as you can see from the map structure, but instead of cards like Slay the Spire or Monster Train might have, we've got Peggle. And as someone who's been waiting for a new Peggle game for way too long, yes, I'm all about Peglin. This is just a demo, like I say, and I've still spent 14 hours playing it. Should give you an indication of how I feel about it. Pretty positive all round. So as you can see, I'm just firing my orbs at the various pegs, knocking them off to deal damage to the foes. More coming in from the right hand side every turn. We'll try and hit this crit because this is a special orb that deals extra damage with crits. Oh, we hit a bomb as well, which means even more extra damage. Lovely. So yeah, looks like we're going to dispatch this first fight without too much difficulty. If we can just hit a couple of bombs. Okay, that wasn't an amazing shot, but we've done the work. You see how there we had to reload because we ran out of orbs. That gave the enemies an extra turn. So more orbs is generally more good. But then again, you don't want a bunch of bad orbs, because you want as much power as possible. Now we've got a rubber orb, which is extra bouncy, or a bold orb, which hits enemies on the ground. I'm going to take the bold orb. So this is like picking up cards and Slay the Spire or whatnot. And as in that sort of roguelike, we'll have a look at the map, see what's going on. A lot of mystery squares, a lot of fights, a strong fight on the right hand side, just the one on this map, and a treasure chest on the left. And we can't get both, so we'll probably bear left. Let's see, although I'd like to bear left, but as you can see the pegs are still in the way for choosing which path we want next. So we'll just try and bob down here somewhere. There we go. So, fight number 2, and we start with our Dag Orb. So yeah, 1 damage, but 7 damage per crit hit, compared to 2 and 4 for most of the other balls. So, crits are great. And yeah, we got it. That's an insta-kill on the first guy. Especially because of the way this is lined up, so we just get to do the big slides. But now we need that reload. If you get a reload in a bad place, it can ruin your day. But thankfully we're going to pick it up now and then get some big scores, hopefully. Can we ping off it and hit the crit? Lovely, that should be enough to kill that green slime. I assume they're going to be adding more enemies and more bosses and whatnot when the game releases into early access, and then when it eventually releases proper. Lots of slimes at the moment. Ah, here's the old bold orb. It's going to hit everyone, so we want good damage. We got the crit, but there's just not many pegs left. But there we go, 3 times 28 is very nice. And we have to reload, so the enemies get the extra turn. But I really want that reload if I can get it. I'm not worried about that bomb, because it'd be nice, but where it's located makes it a bit tricky, so... Let's see, will that hit the reload? Am I more concerned with just getting 8 points? Just to get rid of that first slime that's in my way? I think I was. Although now, I'm probably not going to be able to get the reload because this ball's too dense. So dense. We got a hit on the bomb though. Is that useful to us? Can we ping off here and get the bomb? No, we hit the reload. That's fine, we can live with that. We'll take a hit or 2. But we can live with that. Now we're probably dropping on the wrong side for the crit. I should have fired left instead of right there. 56, just enough damage for the kill. That's sweet. And we got the dag orb, but we haven't got many orbs left available to us, so hopefully we'll get good damage. It looks like we will. 56 again, so yeah, one more peg. We haven't lost too much health in this fight. And we got the bomb. Bit of overkill. Now, the Omega Orb downgrades pegs that it hits, but it deals huge damage. The Swalt Orb buffs pegs that it hits, but can only be used once. Let's take the Swalt Orb. I've never tried the Omega Orb yet, and I don't think I want to just yet. So, we may as well just keep going left. It's interesting, if we keep going left to the point where we get to the halfway point, or thereabouts, then once you're down to about there-ish, you don't have to actually worry about this little peg bit anymore, because you're on the home stretch, as it were. Because you do take damage if you fall in the fire in the middle. Right, so we start with the Bold Orb, which is nice. But the rest of the board doesn't look great, because we can't hit much on either side. Let's just go down the middle. It's decent damage, and we might deal some damage to the pegs above the bombs. Although we might get a bomb. We did. Nice, that's the plant dead. Oh yeah, it's a Bold Orb, so everything's dead. Sweet. Now. Ugh, that's just about the worst Swalt Orb one can get. I missed the reload. And I want the reload because there's good points in the middle of the map if you can keep landing in these circles. But now we probably want to focus the right as well, because we still want those bombs if we can get them. But we also want the crit. The crit's huge with the dag orb, so... Look at that damage. Beautiful. More than enough for a kill. But those bats move in fast. We don't like the bats. And they don't get hit by Bold Orbs. Just to annoy us. But we're kind of exposing a bomb there, so probably get it before we get the next reload, while we've got the chance. Because reloads can be a curse as well as a blessing. Because now we've covered that bomb up again, you see. But let's play the same sort of shot again, and maybe we can ping across to the middle bomb. Nope, but we got 8. Explodos, that's good. Getting into that middle one might actually be doable by just dropping here. Ah, missed it. And I really still want the bomb. And yeah, Bold Orb is a good bet because it's so big and chunky. Could have done with a little more damage. We're taking hits. It's not ideal. Oh, that's beautiful. 15 damage. So we got 8 damage from that Swalt Orb buffed orb. Now, if we upgrade the Swalt Orb, does it remove? Yeah, it removes the can only be used once per battle. So why not? It's just a decent enough peg to have around. Orb even. Right, so 7 bats. We're going to want the bombs probably. And we've got a Bold Orb, which is useless in this fight because they're all air enemies. But luckily you can skip 1 ball per run. What would you call that? Right, let's just play the Swalt Orb in. We might accidentally trigger the bombs a bit earlier than we'd like, but I want the Swalt Orb to get in there. And it hasn't got in there at all, it's just gone that way. But at least it hit a few pegs this time. Nah, the crit's moved. Sod it, I just want the bombs. I want to soften things up at the very least. Because if we can take out 1 per turn, then that stops us from taking an awful lot of damage. Yeah, if we got a Swalt Orb in the bat there, that would have been very nice for loads of damage. But that's enough to kill the first bat, so that's fine. You don't always need to do a massive hit and take out all the pegs. If your enemy's only got 10 health left, just do 10 pegs worth of damage. But here, I'd prioritise the crit over the bomb. Just because it should almost certainly be a kill. And indeed, it's very much a kill. And we take a hit while we reload, that's fine I guess. I just want those pegs out of the way so I can get to the bomb a bit better. We've doubled up a bunch of those pegs, so that's cool. So yeah, that's the strat I guess. Focus firing the left or the right hand side of the board with Swolt Orbs. Make it big and strong maybe. And there's the kill. Now the Ice Circle pierces enemies and it pierces pegs. It goes through the first peg. The Mem-Orb builds up power over time, but it can only be used once per fight, so it's a finisher. I'd rather take the Ice Circle, because it works well against the boss. We'll keep going left. We're going to hit some question marks a bit further down, I think, so we can demonstrate those. There's only a handful of events in them so far. Now, we could probably trigger like all of the bombs with the Bolt Orb, because it's just so big. Maybe it's worth it. Or we could just miss the middle complete. No, there we go. We're in the middle. We could definitely get a bunch of them started. That's a decent Bolt Orb. Crit would have been nice, but we didn't actually use up any of the bombs, which is pretty good, all told. Ah, we missed the crit. No, we've ruined the Dag Orb. Now, can we get the right hand bomb there? Yes. But we did bugger all damage, so we're still taking a hit from the first two red slimes, which is lame. But now if we can hit one more bomb, then we're pretty much good to go. Yep. That clears out all the immediate threats, and then final bomb, final two enemies. It's very tricky. You haven't got the middle mouse for precise aim that you've got in Peggle. So there is a bit more luck than judgment involved sometimes in Peglin. Maybe they'll tighten that up. They've been talking about it on the Steam forums. But let's upgrade an orb. Now, we didn't even use the Ice Circle, but I'd like to upgrade it. Yeah, it and the Bolt Orb both do the same thing, which is to say they allow you to hit enemies that aren't the front one. So that's beneficial for the boss. Now let's coast down this right hand side. We've got a treasure chest coming up. And this first question mark is just a regular fight, that's fine. The events in the question marks are your bog standard sort of, here's some text. Make a decision. Do you want to, say, lose some health points and gain another peg orb? Or do you want to just carry on? Things like that. Now, Swolt Orb wants to be in the mix, doesn't it? We often hit those side bits, so let's hit 3 pegs with the Swolt Orb. Honestly, I couldn't have planned that. Let's try and open up the way to that middle bomb at least. Because bombs would be nice, because those plants aren't moving and they're just going to ping me for damage repeatedly. Not an amazing shot, but it's got a bomb on the go. Ooh, if we can get a crit, then that pierces all enemies. Yeah, crit pierces all enemies, and it's going to go through the crit peg, as you can see, because that's what the Ice Circle does. So, 36 damage to all, that's nearly a bomb. And can we... we just keep sinking down that left side. The old gutter balls. Bold orb, this should be big. Where's the crit? It's on the right hand side. Can we inch our way across to it? Yes, we got the crit. So that's bigger than the bomb. Look at that. And now we barely even need the bomb. Although we can pierce through with the eye circle. Perfect demonstration of what it does. Bam. Now we need to heal. We've got 22 health. We're gonna die. And how do we get in here? No, that's the fire. That was just me demonstrating the fire to you, obviously. There we go. It's really annoying when you bugger one of those up and go down the wrong path. But now we've got ourselves a relic. Or an artifact. I don't know what they're called. But Suffer the Sling. Regular stones do extra damage. That's pretty amazing. I like it. And yeah, as I was saying, it also moves us on to the question mark. And it's another fight, so we're not even going to see one of the random events during this run. Or one of the strong fights, because of the way the map was laid out. Ah well. Gives you the gist of what goes on anyway. And I will be playing a ton more of this once the actual game releases. Crit Bold Orb, you say? Don't mind if I do. Cha, 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 look at it. Oh, and the bomb as well. Icing. Meat cake. Ooh, we nearly rolled right there and got an extra bomb, but that's fine. We killed pretty much all the land enemies. But yeah, we really would like one more bomb. Just because it would be beneficial, let's see, to deal with those bats. Yeah, I figured there was no way to avoid the reload there, but we've still exposed the bomb anyway, so that's worked out nicely. And if we deal 6 damage with this orb, we can take out the red slime. And that's not always an easy thing with a non-crit dag orb, but we got the job done. Now we can either go for bombs or we can go for, well, Eye Circle once again being the MVP and nailing the bomb when we need it. So we don't need to worry about just getting 30 and 30. Now the Splash Orb applies slime to the pegs, which then makes them super bouncy. Or the Rubber Orb is just super bouncy in itself. I like it. It's a fun orb. I'm taking it. And we've got one more fight and then the boss. Old Moly. And we've still got no health. I wouldn't have minded picking up a Docked Orb to heal me as we went. But I do love this map because there's just pegs everywhere. It's ludicrous. Blown up the bomb earlier than I'd like, but... And we've also massively overkilled. But yeah, that's the fun of this map. Spirals can stay as far as I'm concerned. Wouldn't mind that reload though. Reloads are pretty crucial on this map. But even an ordinary uncritted regular stone, I mean I've got Suffer the Sling, but even that did 40 odd damage, which is great. So if we ping this, we should go down there-ish, he says, as we don't go that way at all. I had to prioritise the reload over the crit there, because again we've hit 41 pegs with that shot. It's pretty nice. Now the crit's miles away. That's no fun. So let's try and get somewhere near the reload. That's not the reload, but it's going to pierce the enemies, even though it's a non-crit. I do love the Eye Circle. Ball Lightning is probably my favourite orb, but we haven't seen that yet. You'll see that at some point when I play regular Peglin, because I'll probably put the odd game up on the channel here and there. Right, we don't need crits. We don't want to pick up an easy reload, we just need 5 pegs. So we're going to avoid the crit shot and just fire over there. This is smart Peglin, this is. Because now we've got the reload when we might need it. Shame the crit's not in a better place for the bold orb, but so be it. We'll just have to smash every peg that's in our way. That's enough to kill the front slime. Lovely. 34. And Swaltorb finally shows up. God, imagine a Swaltorb on a fully spiraled map that's not been touched. So much point. But yeah, easy fight. I'm going to heal. I'm happy enough with how strong our orbs are, but I'm not happy with the health levels. So we've got Mole. He's our boss. Also, it should be noted you can target enemies, and they'll be prioritised if your orbs can target. So he's the one we need to kill. The tree is just a meat shield, or a wood shield in this case. So... okay, we're going that way. That's fine, I guess. Maybe we'll get the bomb. Nice. Not terrible for a non-crit dagger. Every now and again the mole's going to move to the front and we're going to have a chance to get up close and personal with him. But orbs that can hit enemies that aren't the front ones, such as the Ice Circle and the Bold Orb, are going to be very nice for us. Now, how do we get that crit? Not like that. Dang it, only 36 damage to Mole. Ice Circle in the middle of that seems good, although it's disappeared. No, it's going back over this way, good. That's fine, missed the bombs, but took out the front plan. Saves us a bit of damage. And we've got a decent amount of pegs here, possibly, for Swaltorb to hit. Yeah, good buffs. If we get another bomb we can do... oh, actually we can deal with that back plant because we've got Bold Orb. I don't know if we're going to hit the crit though wherever we aim because of that peg that's on top of it. Well, we got the crit, but I had to sacrifice a bunch of other pegs for it, I think. And now... yeah, bomb would be nice. These plants aren't going anywhere. Can we ping off the top and back down? We can. Nice. If you get a bunch of bomb relics, the bombs are super cool. Like short fuse that just makes your bombs blow up in one hit. Rubber ball. It's super bouncy. Look at it go. Boing. I love rubber ball. Now. Oh, the mole disappeared whilst we were reloading. That's just cheap. How do we get this crit? Nearly like that. We're going to lose. We are probably going to lose. A bomb would be very nice. So, gut ball again. Right. Come on, Bold Orb. You need to make or break this run for us here. That's it. That's good. Now get the crit. You missed the crit. You got a bunch of swallow pegs. But yeah, we're just taking too much damage. Is Swaltorb going to do it for us? Still need a bomb. Can we get down there? Oh, nearly get that bomb. It's so tricky to hit. Regular or rubber ball, because we could use our skip to get to the rubber ball. But with stuff of the sling in play, I don't think we need to worry about that. Got the bomb, that's good. Can we get a second? That's nice. And we're back up there, now we're over there. Can we get the crit? Or is that too much to ask? That's too much to ask. The bomb is also too much. But that's huge damage. Now we definitely want to reload. That's fine, I guess. Ice Circle, if we got a crit might help, but the crits are too hard to hit, so let's just take out that plant if we can. We didn't even take out the plant. Right. Crit. Big damage, big damage, big damage. It's not bad damage. And then Mole comes back in and we've got one shot. One opportunity. Come on, Rubber Ball. Do your bouncy magical things. Oh, you're so close. 5 health left. 5 health left. And we die. We are a little angel Peglin with our flappy wings. And there you have it. That's the gist of the Peglin demo. Maybe if I restart I can show you something else. Yeah, when you start a new run and you've done well in the previous run, even though it's a demo, it still gives you bonuses. So crits can refresh the board, that one's huge. Attacks can blind enemies, that's okay. And the unicorn horn, the old Peggle reference, that increases your aiming bar. So I'm going to grab that one. We've got a slime boss down there. And I'm going to play this run off camera at some point and have a jolly good time. If you've been playing the Peglin demo at all, let me know in the comments. We'll have a chat about that. And other than that, thanks for watching, friends. I'll see you next time.